Hey, all you lovely people. Welcome back or welcome for the first time. If this is your first time here, thanks so much for stopping by. Today, we're going to be talking about Scream 7, so stick around.
You're afraid of dying.
How do you know? You've never tried it before.
All right, like button, subscribe button, this button, that button, YouTube algorithm, you know the drill. Okay, that out of the way. Scream 7, huge news broke over the past 3-4 days in terms of the directors. So it's now, let me break down the chain of events. CravenSomethingScary, from what I know of, he was the first one to break this, but he broke about 3 days ago, maybe 4 days ago. Radio Silence is reportedly not going to be directing Scream 7. Now, this is huge news. Obviously, 5 and 6 were their babies. Everyone expected them to do a trilogy, but they never actually said they were going to do a trilogy. So, anyways, reportedly, Radio Silence was out. Now, the day after that, or rather, same day, same video, CravenSomethingScary said that Christopher Landon was likely candidate to take over. Now, that came out the next day. Plenty of other sources, I'm not going to say insiders, but plenty of other very prominent social media members, social media influencers, whatever you want to call them, accounts, that's the word I'm looking for, social media accounts that report on Scream News picked it up as well. One of them being, I'll give him a shout out, CriticalOverlord. He put he reposted, said he heard something about it. But now there's been an article on Bloody Disgusting, which great website. They usually are pretty good about their content. They're posting that reportedly Matt and Tyler, Radio Silence, is out. Now, there was some initial information that said that they would return as producers, but now it's coming out that they won't be returning as producers as well. They're not going to be involved with it at all. According to this Bloody Disgusting article, this is a little bit of a negative thing for me. First of all, I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm okay with Radio Silence leaving. I've not been shy about saying that their 2 Scream movies have not been on the top of my list. And actually, they round out the bottom of my list in terms of Scream rankings. But here's the deal. I'm okay with them leaving because I don't think they're the only ones who can make good Scream movies. I think there's plenty of people who could make better Scream movies. As far as Christopher Landon, I like his filmography. If you're not aware of who that is, he did Happy Death Day to You. He did Freaky with Vince Vaughn. That was good. He actually wrote a very good, I think, underrated horror movie with Shia LaBeouf called Suspiria. No, not Suspiria. Disturbia. I think it's Disturbia. Wow, I'm blanking on the name. But anyways, that. According to the article from Bloody Disgusting, though, Radio Silence didn't want to leave. They wanted to return to direct the movie. But they're busy. They've got 2 other movies on their docket. So the studio did not want to wait on them to start filming. So they're moving forward with another director. Now, since then, there has been a claim by CriticalOverlord that Christopher Landon it's not even in talks. He's signed on. I don't know how true that is. Take that with whatever you will, how much faith you want to put in that particular account. But Bloody Disgusting, yes. They say that it's in talks. The studio hasn't announced it. But also, one thing you got to take into account is the writer and actor strikes. Production for this movie is not going to start for a long time. But this movie is also affecting, because my thought initially was, okay, well, then they could wait it out for Radio Silence. However, Radio Silence movie is affected by the strike as well. So my thought is that they're likely going to get everything they can get set up before the strike ends, because who knows when it's going to end. I personally think the strike is going to go into 2024. With the way the studios are behaving, I don't think the strike is going to end anytime soon. So I think 2024 before the strike ends. I could be wrong, but that's just my feelings about it. And I think they're going to try to get everything they can done before then. And then when the actor strike and the writer strike is over, start polishing off a script if there is one. Whether or not there is a script, I know for damn sure there's not a finished script. So script will have to be polished up after the writer strike ends. And actors can't negotiate right now. So there's no actors in talks to be in the movie. So they can't cast right now. They can't write. They can't work on the script right now. The only thing they can do, you can go look for producers. You can look for directors. You can do all that, but without the script, you can't go any further. You can't start looking for. I mean, I guess you could start looking for filming locations and stuff like that, but they're not going to be ready to film or even start production for a while on the movie. However, that's the news. That's the update. Apparently, Radio Silence is fully out. They didn't want to be. However, studio doesn't want to wait on them. I'm okay with that. Christopher Landon, according to Bloody Disgusting, has been in talks, according to Critical Overlord and his Twitter. Christopher Landon is signed on. He didn't specify talks, he said signed on in his most recent tweet, and I think that was about 30 minutes ago. So take all of that with whatever grain of salt you like. Personally, I'm okay with the news if it's true. I think things could change because, like I said, the studio hasn't even announced Scream 7 yet. Bloody Disgusting said even with that, they can confirm it's in the works, and that's cool. They probably know more than I do, but yeah, so there you go. Just to sum it up, Scream 7 is in the works. Can't go too far, but Radio Silence is out. Christopher Landon is in. And that's all we know. All right, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this news down in the comments. Love you. Have a great, safe week.